All right, I think somebody needs to report in that they're actually hearing me. We have a new contraption. Kendall Miles, can you hear me? All right, you can hear me. Yes, hear me? All right, I have Flight 1, and I have our new Open Division that we're running here at the USBA Flight Tournament. I have Briley Howe, who was in our second seed today. Can hear you. Thanks, Zach. Briley Howe was our second seed today. Our third seed today was Carleen Beyer, Girl Power. Carleen Beyer is out of Augsburg, Wisconsin. Briley Howe out of course, Faribault, Minnesota. In the Open Division right now, we have the third seed, Bob Prino. Bob Prino, coach of the Clams, who are bowling in Colorado Springs right now, one of the coaches. And Mike Ellefson of Winona. Nope, I lied to you, not Mike Ellefson. Michael Brunig. It's fun to see the coaches out here bowling. It was fun just in general to have the Open Division. And we decided as a group here with the United States Bowling Academy Flight Tournament that all these kids that are aging out of the U20 still need a place to go for tournaments. So we decided to open up the Open Division. And we're also getting high school coaches and college coaches in here to bowl this alongside these kids, which even adds for more education. So love it, love it. Briley started out with a strike spare. We're on Eiffel Tower today. This would be the 7th game of Eiffel Tower. Bob Prino kicks out a 6-spin over there on the right side in the adults. And Carleen rocks a strike on lane 10. This is kind of a border battle over here, not only the Girl Power against Briley, but it's a border battle being Wisconsin against Minnesota. And in the Open Division, we have, Bob Prino just rocks the 10-pin. In the Open Division, kind of a border battle also, border the other way, we have Minnesota against Iowa. All right. For you college coaches that are watching, oh boy, Carleen Beyer has a phenomenal game. Hello, Jill. Hello, Kendall. Hello, Emily, Zach. Alex Schwartz. Alex Schwartz, I believe, is going to go to Waldorf next year. Courtney Schleiss, part of the Dragonfly girl team. Oh, Michael Brunig again. Another big strike on the right side in the Open Division. Briley Howe. Light hit mixes everything. So right now, Briley's got strike, 9-spare strike. Carleen opened with a split, a tough split. It was a 5-7. She's not afraid to go deep with these boys, let me tell you. There was some, oh yeah, Michael Brunig throws another messenger on the right side. Carleen's not afraid to play with the boys at all. And not intimidated by Briley either. Briley throws another strike. So Carleen went split, strike, 9-spare. Briley went strike, 9-spare, strike, strike. We got Bob Prino up on the right side. In the adult division. He's had a little trouble the last couple games getting lined up. Just coming in a little too quick on the end. Bob Prino is one of the Winona, Minnesota high school coaches, also one of the coaches of the Clams. Clams finishing second in the USA. Oh, Carleen. This is what I said about her not worried about inside playing with the boys, but it's kind of what happens sometimes when you get a little too deep and not quite as many revs as your competitor. 8-10. But again, college coaches watching this, yes, Carleen is a must-have for any team. I know I worked with her at a camp in Columbus, Wisconsin, I think probably 6 or 7 years ago. So she's been in this thing forever. She's been bowling since she was at least 5. Wisconsin High School State Singles Champion last year. Yeah! And Bob pulls one off. Oh, we got a Clam Dad, Dan Bianchi. Julie Wells out of North Dakota. Hello, Julie. Nice shot. And Carleen just buries another one. Amanda Miras. Thank you. Good luck, bowlers. Wade Hartley. His daughter going to be graduating from Mount Mercy. Alicia this year. Great bowler. Pam Prino on. Pam Prino on watching her husband. Oh, and Michael Brunig. Another strike. He's got some really good energy going right now. It's pretty fun. Bradley comes in and tickles another mixer, we're going to call it. Dunlow, hello. Josh Pate. Hey, Josh, you know who the #1 seed was today? Your teammate, John Walter Ryan. Hold. Yes, yes. Michael Brunig from Iowa and a fierce competitor. They started coming up to our flight series last year, and Keith Brunig brings up 4, 5, 6 different people at a time, and we really, really appreciate the attention from Iowa. So, Jeff Faulkner, hello. Jeff Faulkner, another Whitewater parent. Oh, Bob Prino got a lot of energy going right now too, but he can't get away from that 10-pin. Oh, Briley missed a 10-pin. All right, so right now on the flight 1 side, we got Carleen Beyer of Ogdensburg, Wisconsin. Actually, her dad owns Kegler's Bowl in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. She went open strike, spare, open strike. So she's got 55 in the 4th. Briley right now has 99 in the 4th, but opened up the 6th. All right, Carleen buries another one. She's going to start making this closer. Briley's not. This isn't a gimme, Briley. You're going to have to keep with it. Oh, Jeff Faulkner announces that Bob Prino is Mr. 289. Yeah, I think he shot 289 this week in league. Your buddy Jeff Faulkner is calling you Mr. 289. And if you'll notice, Bob Prino sporting his supporting of the Clams jersey. And Carleen just struck again. Told you guys, this girl is not afraid. Bob Prino picks up his 10-pin. Bowling really well. Oh, Briley had a little bit of praying on that one. Stay ball, stay, he says. Amanda Miras says, hi, Prino. Oh, Michael getting just a little bit deep on that. Left a 5-pin, didn't have quite as much drive as he needed to. Tristan Lyon, we have Pennsylvania, we have East Coast on the hook. And Briley carries another one. Carlene's not letting up on him, though. And not in any way, shape, or form. Our USBA flight tournament is, we have a Southern Division, which is in Southern Minnesota. We have a Southeast Division, which is in Southern Minnesota and Wisconsin. And we have a Northern Division right now, which goes North Minneapolis, St. Paul, up to North Dakota, up to Fargo. So up that direction, up 94. Dean Paulson, Fergus Falls coach. Dean Paulson helped to host the first Northern Division USBA flight tournament at Northern Air Lanes in Fergus Falls. And Michael Brunig, a little bit right. Got a little bit too much energy in it right now, and he's pushing a little hard and just getting it down the lane too far. It's not reading. Carlene just barely misses this 4-pin. She's good, though. There was a good group of bowlers here today, and for her to be the number 3 seed, that's awesome. Number 3 seed today in Flight 1 was Carlene Beyer. Number 2 seed, Briley Howe. Number 1, John Walter Rhines. I believe this is the 3rd time John Walter has been our number 1 seed, so I love to see these guys bowling on these tough shots. And we were on, this is Game 7 on Eiffel Tower. I believe 48 feet, I think 25 mils. And Bob pulls one off. On the right side, in the open division, we have Bob Prino, a 192 in the 8th. No, Bob Prino, a 157 in the 8th. Oh, Carlene has a tough last couple frames. She's way better than she shows on that. She's a junior. Carlene's a junior. So she's looking. She's ready to go. Bobby's not giving up either. Briley Howe harassing Bob Prino a little bit on the lanes. Not your normal stepladder here at All-Star Lanes in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Yeah, Briley gets a little bit too fluffy with that one. Gets a little bit too far to the right, but he's already got this one won, so he's probably testing to see how far he can get. And Bob comes back with another strike. He is not giving up, folks. Bob can strike out for 217. And Michael Brunig with a strike up would be 212. He can actually get 220 or 230 yet, depending on how he handles the 10th frame. Bob let up with that one a little bit, but finishes with a nice, started a little bit rough, but finishes with a 213. Pretty good for an old guy. Yes. And almost senior. We decided today, instead of junior gold, we were going to start a senior gold. Anyone over 50. I'm in. All right, and Michael Brunig, 212. He needs 1 pin and the next 2 balls in order to beat Bob Prino. And Briley's going to finish up with 214, 213, 214 here. We'll see what his last ball is. Again, we have border battle. Carlene Beyer out of Wisconsin against Briley Howe out of Minnesota. And Michael Brunig wins the semifinals on the right lane here. Briley Howe just shot 213. And Carlene Beyer has a max score of 181. So Briley has won that. He'll be advancing to bowl against John Walter Rhines. And that is the true Carlene right there. So people who are watching, phenomenal physical game, phenomenal knowledge, and normally right there, she's bowled really good all day, and this TV or this live streaming isn't bothering her a bit. She just, I think, was testing the waters to see how deep she could get and still carry, and had a little bit of trouble in there. So we have Michael Brunig advancing to bowl Mike Ellefson. Michael Brunig shooting a 242, Bob Prino 213. And I'm pretty sure the difference in age was close to 30 years, if not more. So, again, we need a senior gold out there, people. Todd Walters joined. Miranda Pallant. Hey, Mandy. Todd Walters, head coach of Winona High School. Mike Arndt, Owatonna High School. Tristan Lyon. Hey, Briley. Tristan Lyon would like to know if you could get a win for him. Absolutely, buddy, is Briley's comment. All right, Briley Howe wins that first number one flight match, 213 to 178 over Carlene Beyer. And my money was on Carlene, actually, so even though Briley's my son. Proven fact. Briley will be advancing to bowl John Walter Rhines. He will be able to come onto this pair, and he gets 2 balls of practice on each lane. On the open side, we have Michael Brunig advancing 242 to 213 against, he bowled Bob Prino. Bob Prino bowled really well, but just not quite well enough. We also had the high rev one-hander going on over, high rev player. Bob Prino is a very high rev player, but uses one hand against Michael Brunig, who is a two-hander. So, let's open the can of worms. Which one is better? There is no, there's no wrong or right in this industry. Not at all. We heard today that the Clams team that's bowling out in Colorado Springs went 7-1 in pool play and were the number 1 seed. So we haven't heard an update since on where they're at. Mike Ellefson will be adding on to the adult side. He put on his tournament bio sheet. Name of current school, Mom and Dad High. And graduating year, 1987. Pretty fun, though. This whole Winona lacrosse area really they have a really good adult group down here. They are a really unique pod of individuals and very, very active in their bowling communities. So there's some talent down here. Bean Howe joining us from, I'm assuming, his drive to lovely Las Vegas. He's going to be bowling the Masters here this week. For the Masters, they have practice squads starting Monday. They will be bowling Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I believe they bowl Burn, Fresh, Burn. And Friday's the cut to 64. Saturday's the cut to, I believe, the top 24. And Sunday's the top 5 for TV finals. So good luck, Bean. Brent Prentice, owner of Cedarvale, jumped on. Hey, Brent. Love it. We are at All-Star Lanes right now in La Crosse, Wisconsin, for those of you that just jumped on. This is the United States Bowling Academy Flight Tournament. I am posting the Flight 1 tournament on our left and the Open Division on our right. So for those of you that want more information about the Open Division, every flight tournament from here on out, will have an Open Division. The reason we started it is we had so many kids that aged out of that U20 that really still want to bowl with their friends, so we decided to start the Open Division to go with it. And today was a great turnout and a great start to our open division. And the nice thing about the adult division is we're getting advanced youth bowlers that can help a lot of these younger kids, which we're really big into educating. I mean, the United States Bowling Academy is all about the whole education piece. And the adults that bowl today are both coaches, and they were able to help too. And we always ask that our older kids help our younger kids. So, you know, it's not about winning and losing. The definition of sport is individuals coming together for the intent purpose of entertainment. Nowhere there does it say win or lose. So really the purpose of this is to make friends. Personally, the person I think that leaves here with the most friends is the true winner. So, my deal. John Walter, we got Jeff Faulkner. He's saying, go John Walter, Warhawk proud. On the right side, our adult or our open division has now started. We got Michael Brunig from Iowa against Mike Ellefson from Winona. Mike Ellefson normally bowls at Westgate Bowl. And he started bowling in 1980. On the left-hand side, we have John Walter Ryans, who bowls for UW Whitewater. And he was our number 1 seed today. He is bowling against our number 2 seed, Briley Howe. Michael, a little bit younger, a little less experienced, and I think he's getting, you know, just a little worked up. Comes natural. That's why we like to do live stream, because live stream gives him that little bit of added pressure. But he started out laying the ball down really nice in the semifinals, and now he's pushing it through the heads a little bit, so he's not getting the same reaction, but hopefully he'll bring it back around. And Briley Howe laying it out again. John Walter is bowling for Jeff Faulkner, and Briley Howe is now he's bowling for Pennsylvania. He's bowling for Tristan Lyon. And to the left, in Flight 2, we actually have Jacob Dunham, who bowls for UW La Crosse. That's all it took was one bad game today in our flight tournament, and you didn't make Flight 1, you made Flight 2. So Jacob had one bad game today, and that's why we like running this flight tournament, though, because the way we run it is we bowl 4 games. After you bowl your 4 games, you're flighted. Today we had 4 flights. When you get into your flights, you're then only competing with the people in your flight, and you try to work yourself up to the top 4. The top 4 spots get paid. Top 3 bowls 2, top 2 bowls 1. This is the championship round of the USBA flight tournament at All-Star Lanes in La Crosse, Wisconsin. On the adult side, we have Michael Brunig of Iowa bowling. Yeah, now he's back on. That ball was down earlier. Way better reaction. And he's bowling against Mike Ellefson out of Winona, Minnesota. Today we had a great turnout down here. Really fun group. Oh, almost a 4-9. He's close to where he wants to be, leaving that 4-pin. And Michael Brunig on the right again. Oh, doesn't carry the 10 this time. I've not seen him leave a 10 yet, I don't think. I'll update the scores here in just a minute. Drew, if you're not paying attention, your dad just said hi to you. Slide ball, slide ball. Oh. Briley playing at least fifth arrow, if not. I'm thinking he's probably playing about 26, 27. Mike Ellefson puts one in the pocket. Very nice. So exciting to see all these events going on at the same time. If you're looking for Flight 2, I believe Flight 2 is under the United States Bowling Academy Facebook page. Oh, Doug DeMars is watching. Hello, Doug, from Apache Junction, Arizona. It was really cool today, right before we read off who made the finals and who won junior gold spots. The United States Bowling Academy is just a little over, well, the United States Bowling Academy Flight Tournament is just a little over a year old. And we've given out $24,700 as of today. And this year alone, we've now qualified 37 kids for junior gold. So, you know, really trying to add to it here. Michael Bruning on the right has had a couple tough frames. I mean, he really didn't have any tough frames against Bob Prino when he bowled him in the semifinals. But definitely he's had a couple tough frames here. And Briley said strike, 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 9 spare. So a turkey 9 spare. Oops, sorry guys. John Walter has said open strike, spare, and oh, missed a spare. I've not seen this out of him, I don't think, ever. Oh, Mike Ellefson in the pocket, but doesn't carry. For those of you that just joined, this is the United States Bowling Academy Flight Tournament. This is the finals. On the left side of your screen, we have the Flight 1 finals. And on the right side of the screen, you have the Open Division finals. We added the Open Division. This is our first tournament. We did that so that the kids that are aging out of the U20 division have a place to go. So they still want to bowl with their friends, and we said, why not? And it looks like the update on the Clams, who are bowling in Colorado. That's our U15 team from the southern part of Minnesota. That's Corey Balbach, Nolan Bianchi, Justin Prino, Caden Bianchi, Caden Reichel, Nolan Bianchi, Corey Balbach, Jordan Pellant, and Justin Prino. Sorry I got distracted. Shiny. Ah, Michael strikes again. So Michael's got to double up. On the Open Division side, we have Michael Brunig with a 75 in the 5th, and Michael Ellefson with a 107 in the 5th. On the Flight 1 side, we're calling the Open Division / Adult Division is anyone who ages out of U20. Flight 1 is U20 and below. Oh, and you can't beat lucky. Michael Brunig just tightened this match up significantly. Briley Howe right now has 99 in the fourth, and John Walter has 57 in the fourth, but I think he's found it now. He's found it now. Mike Ellefson pushes it a little bit and leaves a 5-pin. That's the one thing with this long pattern. You have to let it roll. The update on the Clams is they were the #1 seed in Colorado Springs for the USA Bowling Regional, and they get to bye their first round. So we'll wait to see how it goes. You're very welcome, Anthony. It's really fun. I decided to experiment today. Oh! John Walters decides to loft the ball to pick that spare up, and it did exactly what it needed to be. He took it off the wall, right? 6, 7, 10. To the 6, 10 off the wall, jumped it up to take out the 7. Really fun group here today. Oh, and Briley Howe just kicks out the 7, 10. He's pushing it. He's trying to get deeper and deeper. On the right side, Michael Ellefson, let's see, in the 6th frame, still has about a 20-pin lead. But Michael Brunig he just shut the door. That's nice. He closed that one up. Now they should be pretty close to tied going into the 10th frame. So Michael Brunig had a couple tough frames and looked like he was out of it, and he brought himself right back up again. So very, very exciting. It was just exciting to see the age differences in the open/adult division. And Briley Howe pushed the pocket a little bit hard on that last one, and 8 count. Almost a split. Got lucky. So Briley right now. Oh, and Michael hits it again going into the 10th. He is not giving up. 74, 204. Michael gets this strike, and he is the open adult champion for today. And there it is. Michael Brunig is our winner today in the open adult division. Great bowling. This is a tough shot. Shot we were on today is Eiffel Tower. This would be the 8th game bowled on Eiffel Tower. If I remember right, 48 feet. I think it's 25 mils. I don't have the sheet in front of me, so I'm not sure what we have for it in reverse, but it was kind of fun today because a good portion of this group played it the way it needed to be played too, so made the scoring pace a little bit higher. John Walter picked up his spare. So we now have, and Michael finishes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Michael finishes out with the last 7. We thought he was down and out, and he finishes with a 225. Most Michael Ellefson can finish with is a 204. Come on, Mike. Oh! Still really good bowling. Yeah, John Walter, we had that on video, your 6-7-10 pickup. That's awesome. And Briley Howe is our champion, our Flight 1 champion here today. Flight 1 being anyone under 20 years old as of August 1st, 2016. To the right, we have just the remainder of our open division. And Briley's going to finish this out. Finish of our open division. And that is Mike Ellefson losing to Mike Brunig, 225 to 193. So the bowling today has been, for the shot that was out, the bowling here today has been very exciting. Briley's looking to finish this up. He's on a Briley strikes out, he'll have 243. John Walter, 187 max. This, John Walter has been absolutely on all day long, and he was our #1 seed of the day. And, just sometimes you just get a little off. All right, good cover. So Briley finishes with a 240, and John Walter throwing his last ball here. A little bit of lofting, and there you go. Maybe that's where he should have been all day long, or at least during this game. So, kind of exciting. All right. The winner of Flight 1 today was Briley Howe. First, he had to beat Carleen Beyer out of Wisconsin, and then he had to win over John Walter Ryans from Minnesota. That is the Flight 1. So Briley Howe is a Flight 1 champion today. The open or adult division champion today is Michael Brunig out of Iowa. And he had to first take on Bob Prino and then Mike Ellefson. Two very good bowlers, both out of the Winona area. So very exciting. Next week we are going to be in Owatonna, Minnesota. If you want to sign up for our tournaments, it's USBA.rocks or UnitedStatesBowlingAcademy.com. It's a very, very simple sign up. I would sign up quick. We have 18 lanes in Owatonna, and with the addition of the open division, we're going to, I'm sure we're going to fill up fast. So it's really simple. If you go to USBA.rocks or UnitedStatesBowlingAcademy.com, you simply have to put in your name, your email address, and your phone number, and that's it. You're signed up. You can pay the day of the event. So, again, thank you for watching today from the United States Bowling Academy. And as I always end this, winning and losing always happens in some random succession that we can't control. So truly the person that leaves here with the most friends is the true winner. So have a great day, everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.